This is Sorry for Your Loss, a radio play written by Joe Venable and directed and edited by Jenny Hay, starring Amy Lever, William Batty, Ben Galvin and Johnny Wiles. It carries a content warning for themes of bullying, bereavement and suicide.
Fiddlesticks! Dean? Dean?
What is it?
Dean, can you come down?
I'm in the middle of... Oh.
I've broken it.
The trophy. That's okay. That's okay.
It was his best one. The rowing.
It's okay. It's okay.
I was trying to clean it and it just slipped through my hands. I'm so stupid.
I'll pick up the big bits. Can you get the hoover? Perhaps we could get another. A duplicate. I mean, online.
It'll be expensive.
Well, it might not be too bad.
Wouldn't be the same.
Suit yourself.
Dean, you're in the way.
All right. Sorry. Oh, it's the doorbell. Doorbell!
It'll be Reverend Martin.
Oh, with another disgusting apple tart.
Dean? He's been kind to us.
Hi. Mrs. Merchant?
Robert's, actually. But my husband's Dean Merchant.
Eric Merchant's mum.
Yes.
I'm Sam. I went to school with Eric.
Oh, Sam...
Sam Woodburn. We went to Cranford.
Sam Woodburn. Well, come on in, Sam.
Thanks. Should I...
Oh, no, don't worry. Come through to the living room. Dean? Dean, it's Sam. He went to school with Eric.
Oh, nice to meet you. Cranford?
Yes.
Went to Cranford myself. You knew him well, eh?
Very well, actually.
Ah. Good lad.
Can I make you a cuppa, Sam? Or a cold drink?
A cold drink. A glass of water.
You knew Eric well then, you say?
Yes.
You know he...
Yes.
3 months, it's been.
3 months.
I'm sorry for your loss.
There you go. Coaster. I'll just draw the curtains. So, you and Eric were close then?
I came to know him very well.
And you heard he...
Yes. 3 months, I understand.
3 months on Tuesday. And I know it's a lot. The pictures and trophies and... It felt like the way to remember the things he achieved.
Tell me.
Those are his sports ones. Rowing, the team won nationals in the under-16s. He won in the regional finals at under-18. You didn't row with him, did you?
No.
And rugby. They won the Intercollegiate Cup at Durham and he was their Player of the Year 3 years in a row. And those ones are for rowing at the university. All individual ones. There's one missing.
Did he achieve everything you wanted him to?
Well, he did so much. More than we could have hoped, really. But of course, he could have done so much more. That's the sad part.
You didn't play rugby with him, did you?
No. Wasn't that kind of student, really.
Shame. He was outstanding. Rowing, too.
Evidently.
He was doing tryouts when he left uni. Some big clubs. Rugby, I mean. Did he tell you?
No. I confess, it's many years since I saw him.
It's only 4 years since he left Cranford.
I left Cranford a little sooner. I didn't stay for sixth form.
Ah, sixth form he really shone.
Evidently.
Do I recognise you from the funeral?
Perhaps. I was there.
Oh, good of you to come. Nice of you. Terrible timing, of course.
Lots of friends couldn't make it. Good friends. Do you live locally?
No, I came up from London.
From London? Did you come here today from London?
Yes.
That's quite a trip. What brings you up this way?
Just a business thing.
So if you didn't do sports with Eric, how did you know him? Same class?
He bullied me.
He what?
Eric bullied me. Almost from the day we met, in first year. He gave me hell in the locker room, tripped me up in corridors. He liked to steal from me. Money, lunch, my bike, other things. He would get me detentions by ripping my homework out of my exercise books. He would lock me in places. He invited me to events that were not occurring, often in fancy dress. He humiliated me, tormented me, time and again. I knew him very well.
That sounds like boys. Always fooling. Foolish.
This was far beyond any normal level of schoolboy bullying. It was systematic and relentless. He and his friends turned my life into a misery for 5 years. They threw things at me. They spat on me, hit me. There is scarcely an inch of my skin that hasn't borne a bruise from him. Any time I told an adult, they redoubled their efforts. They ensured my total isolation by turning the same hatred on anyone who deigned to be seen with me. I never rode with your son or played rugby with your son, but I was a sport to him. My pain was his victory, my tears his trophies.
Sam, I'm sorry. This is all...
Why'd you come here, then? Speaking ill of the dead. Why come here and tell us all this when there's nothing we can do about it? When we're grieving?
I'm here because I wish to deface the grave of your son.
You what?
I want to go to his grave and spit on it, squat on it, relieve myself on it. I want the earth around your son sodden with the discharge of my bowels. His grave a sewer, a sty, messages smeared on the headstone. I want to desecrate your son's grave in the way that he desecrated me. I want to dishonour his memory in a position from which there can be no reprisals. I am willing to pay you money for this.
This is disgusting.
Disgusting. You're disgusting. You should leave.
How dare you? I'm sorry if you feel what you feel, but we are grieving. To come here and suggest something so vile and nasty when we are grieving.
I've upset my wife now. You should leave.
I'm not leaving.
You will leave if I say so.
Wish we'd never let you in. Disgusting.
Now get up. Come on.
We'll call the police.
Get up or we'll call the police.
At least wait until you hear my offer.
We've heard enough.
You've upset my wife. And you're a liar. I don't believe my son for one moment would...
I will give you £100,000 to deface the grave of your son.
Get out.
You are ridiculous. You don't have 100 grand. Get out.
I left school at 16 and got work programming for a company in Birmingham. Pretty soon I was second in command at the company. Pretty soon I left and formed my own company. Now that company designs apps for every major high street clothes chain. I am filthy rich and I am deadly serious. £100,000.
Get out! Dean, I'm calling the police!
You're crazy.
Wrong. I suffer from depression. Believe it or not, I'm here on the advice of my therapist.
I've seen therapists. Therapists don't come out with this type of rabid...
He advised me to come here and try to make my peace with my memories of Eric. That's what I'm doing.
Is this a joke to you?
Dean, please get him out.
£200,000.
What the hell is wrong with you?
What the hell is wrong with your son? When there were tears streaming down my cheeks, I asked him many times to stop, to leave me alone. Can you understand how I felt when he tugged my hair and knotted my tie? When he smeared my face with stinking brown sauce and paraded me by the ear in front of the boys?
This is not about your school days. Eric is dead, and you're alive. You should count your blessings. You have money, you have a life. We're the ones in pain. We're the ones who buried our son in a wicker coffin because we couldn't afford the mahogany and remortgaged our house for the gravestone.
£200,000, Mrs. Robert.
Don't use my name. Shut your horrible, ugly, festering...
You've upset my wife. You go now.
£250,000. My last offer.
I'm calling the police. You have no right. I'm calling them.
You're a psychopath. You're mental. You're sick.
I will open my chequebook this instant and write you a cheque for £250,000. Don't be a fool.
Well, get away from me.
Then tell her to stop. I've made my last offer. If I go, I'm gone. £250,000 walks out the door with me.
You want to desecrate the memory of my son.
Nothing more than he deserves?
Well, don't speak of him that way.
£250,000. Eric won't know. You won't even know if you don't look.
You're a psychopath. And you've upset my wife.
Stop her. You know it makes sense.
This is mad. This is ridiculous.
£250,000.
Yes. Police, please.
Elena, wait.
What?
Let's just give this a minute and think.
What is there to think about? I want him out of the house.
I know. I do too. I think...
Dean, you are not.
Now, let's just take 1 second. £250,000. We could...
Dean! How could you? He wants to urinate on our son's grave.
And defecate.
Oh, you shut your mouth.
Dean, I want him out.
I want him out too. It's just... We need money right now. We need to think.
Oh, you monster!
Elena, just think about it with me for 1 minute. Now, there is no protocol here.
Protocol? I think there's protocol for not letting strange, sick men trample on Eric.
On Eric's grave.
Eric's grave is Eric. It's all we have left of him. A plot of earth and a plaque on a bench and a cabinet of trophies breaking one by one. Can't you see him, Dean? I see him. He still splashes in the bath upstairs. Still trips in the driveway. Still grazes his knees on the patio. I still hear his footsteps. His breathing. He's not gone, Dean. He's there in my mind. My little angel. My little ghost.
I miss him too, honey. I'm upset too. But we have to be sensible about this.
Would you say the same if it was a daughter? If it was your sister? Well, would you?
You're making this harder than it has to be.
I am making this very easy.
Elena, will you please think?
Get off me!
Just for 1 minute. If we think, Lena, if we just think about it.
You monster! Monster!
No, listen to me, Lena.
Listen to you! Listen to you selling the dead body of our son to a psychopath for 30 pieces of silver! You disgusting. Get away from me.
Honey.
Away from me!
Well, what do you think Eric would tell us to do?
You dirty, grubby little man. Reverend Martin, you get it.
Oh, hello, Dean. Good to see you.
Hi, Reverend.
You okay?
Not great right now, Reverend. It's really not a good time.
I know. It is a difficult time. Can I come in? Miriam baked you a tart. Apple tart.
Thanks.
Is that all right? You said you liked the apple tart last time.
Oh, it was lovely. Really, Reverend. It was delicious. It's so kind of you, of Miriam. But look, now you've caught us at just a bad moment. We have a visitor we weren't expecting.
Oh, well, I could wait.
Reverend, I'm so sorry. You'll have to come back another time. Soon.
Of course. I'll just give you this, and you can look over it. There it is. It's by C.S. Lewis.
Thanks, Reverend. We'll be sure to have a look.
Tell Lena to look too. I think she'll really enjoy it.
Of course. Thank you, Reverend. I'll put the tart in the fridge.
I want you to get him out of our house.
I'll just put it in the fridge first.
I don't even know who you are. You've come into my house. You've profaned the memory of our son. You've shown no respect for our private mourning, our private memories. And you've made an obscene, disgusting proposal. And I swear on my grave, if you don't get out of my house this instant, I will look up every Sam Woodburn in this country and I will find your house, find your mother and tell her what you...
Lena!
My mother is dead.
Good riddance. Your friends and family, your employees. I'll take your picture and I'll put it on Facebook. I will wreck your life. Answer it then.
I'm so sorry, Dean. My bike's been stolen.
Stolen?
I don't know what to tell you. I left it leant up against your garden fence and, well, it's not there.
Well, maybe somebody moved it. If it was blocking the pavement.
I had to walk up and down. It's gone.
Right. Well, it's not a bad evening for a walk home, is it?
It's 3 miles. I think I'd better ring for a taxi.
Oh, we'll ring you one.
Oh.
You better wait inside.
Oh, are you sure?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, that's very good of you. Hello, Lena. My bike got stolen.
Oh.
How unfortunate.
Yeah. Oh, hello. I don't think we've met. Martin.
Sam, you're a priest?
A vicar, yes. I run St. Martin's. No relation.
That's funny.
So, are you a friend of the merchants?
That's right.
He went to school with Eric.
Oh. Sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
Taxi will be here soon.
Thanks, Dean. It's so silly. My wife's always saying to me, get a lock for your bike, but you just don't think round here, do you?
No.
You just don't think.
Don't know who these people are. Go round nicking bikes, though. Miserable thing to do. Then again, I left my bike unlocked. Silly. Suppose I had it coming. Thinking about it, if someone's desperate enough to nick a bike, well, they probably need it more than I do. In a way, I ought to feel sorry for them. Are you, local, then?
No. I live in London, actually.
Ah. How did you hear Eric had...
Through a friend. Terrible business.
Terrible. I saw Graham the other day, the train driver. He's been coming to the 9:30. He's doing okay.
That's good.
I told him what I tell you both, that Eric's looking down on you from heaven and all he wants is for you to be at peace.
Beautiful. I can almost feel him in the room with us. Can't you?
Oh, absolutely. I just wish we knew why he did it. Some people just carry around so much pain. They never talk about it.
Perhaps someone got inside his head.
Pardon?
You know. I read about a guy who hated somebody so much that he paid the guy's psychologist to really mess with him. Did him a course of hypnotherapy that psyched him out. Then gave him tapes to play in his sleep full of little subliminal messages. He couldn't take it. Police had to send 3 men to scrub his brains off the concrete.
Who would do something like that?
Martin, your taxi's here.
Oh, is it? I can't...
I can hear it outside.
I can't hear it either.
Don't they normally ring?
Oh, you know what they're like these days. I'll fetch you your coat.
I didn't bring a coat.
Reverend, please.
Right. Bye-bye. Enjoy the apple tart.
You better start explaining yourself.
Explaining what? What was that?
You will talk. What did you do?
Oh, you mean my little psychologist story? That's nothing to do with all this. I don't know why you drew the link.
You are mocking me. Do not mock me.
The guy who hired the psychologist also hired 3 male prostitutes. He paid each of them to seduce his target, to make him fall in love with them, one after the other, for 6 months, 9 months, then leave him, telling him he was worthless, he meant nothing to them, or else they just ghosted him, disappearing, never calling even to give him the closure. 3 of them, in a row.
No.
It tattered his self-esteem.
No.
It left him a wreck, a shell. More torment than anything you could do to a man behind the bike sheds at Cranford.
Get out! You son of... Out! This minute, honey! Call the police!
Get off me!
Get out of my house!
Oh, you know what this reminds me of? In year 11, on the last day of school, the day of our prom.
Get out!
Eric and 2 other guys grabbed me and dragged me to the changing rooms.
Sounds like nothing less than you deserve, little toe rag! Out!
Please.
They took off all my clothes, put one of their ties over my mouth so I couldn't scream, and then they...
Out! You piece of dirt! Oh, we're ringing the police! They're coming! You get out! I'll kill you! Now you get away!
13 Tyrone Way. There's a man in our house, a home invader. Please come quickly.
Good work, honey. He's gone. We got rid of him.
Get away from me.
Honey? I think he bit my ear. There's blood.
You piece of scum.
What do you mean? I just dragged the little tow rag out of the house by his hair. What's the matter?
I want you out.
What are you talking about?
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
We got rid of him, didn't we? We got him out. What are you doing?
I'm taking down the trophies. Please just get out.
Lena, I'm sorry.
Go.
I'm sorry.
Sorry for Your Loss was written by Joe Venable and directed and edited by Jenny Hay, and starred Amy Lever as Lena Roberts, William Batty as Dean Merchant, Ben Galvin as Sam Woodburn, and Johnny Wiles as Reverend Martin. The music was by Sam MacDonald.